12th grade, senior year, or grade 12 was the final year of secondary school in most of North America. In other regions, it may also be referred to as class 12 or year 13. In most countries, students are usually the ages of 17 and 18 years old. Some countries have a 13th grade, while other countries do not have a 12th grade per year at all. 12th grade is typically the last year of high school. In Australia, the 12th grade is referred to as Year 12. In New South Wales, students are usually 16 or 17 years old when they enter Year 12 and 17 to 18 years during graduation. Was used. Both of these allowed them access to courses at university. In Western Australia, this is achieved by completing the WACE. In South Australia, this is achieved by completing the SACE. In Victoria, this is achieved by completing the VCE. In the Australian Capital Territory, this is achieved by completing the AST, and in New South Wales this is achieved by completing the HSC. In New South Wales, when completing THE, students are required to satisfactorily complete at least 10 units of study in other courses which must include. Some Year 12s may receive a Year 12 jersey. Schools choose the design, colors, and writing which are printed or stitched onto the jersey. Sometimes the last 2 digits of the year they are graduating are printed on the back along with a personalized nickname. The front may show the school emblem and the student's name, which is occasionally stitched in. Many schools conduct end-of-year formals. They are held from any time between graduation from September to November. Australian private schools often conduct Year 12 balls in January or February of Year 12 instead of an end-of-year formal. In Belgium, the 12th grade is called 6 the middelbaar or laatste in Dutch. Retour or 6e in French. In the general education, this year guides and prepares students for their first year in university by recalling everything learned during the past 6 years of secondary school. In skills education, this year prepares the students for professional life with an internship in the chosen domain. In Brazil, the 12th grade is called Terceiro Ano do Ensino Médio, also informally called Terceiro Colegial, meaning literally 3rd grade of high school. It is typically attended by 17 to 18 years old students. During this grade, most students apply to what is called Exame Nacional do Ensino Médio, the Brazilian equivalent of the SATs in the US, and vestibular, the individual entrance examination particular to each university. All students must be 17 years old before the cutoff date. The cutoff date is generally March 31st, April 30th or May 31st, because it is an autumn date and it is close to the start of an academic year. As in many countries, grade 12 students attend graduation, which involves a formal official ceremony, a party where students, relatives, and friends are invited, and another party just for the students. In Bulgaria, the 12th grade is the last year of high school. 12th grade students tend to be 17 to 18 years old. Usually, students are preparing to take the matriculation exam in the end of their second semester. In Canada, the 12th grade is referred to as grade 12. Students generally enter their grade 12 year when they are 17 to 18 years old. If they are 16 years old, they will be turning 17 by December 31st of that year. In many Canadian high schools, students during their year hold a series of fundraisers, grade class trips, and other social events. Grade 12 Canadian students attend graduation, which usually involves an official ceremony and a dinner dance. Ontario previously had grade 13, which was briefly renamed Ontario Academic Credit, before being phased out, leaving grade 12 as the final year. Grades 12 and 13 were similar to sixth form in England. Quebec is the only province that does not have grade 12. Their students finish secondary school at the equivalent of grade 11, and then do 2 years of college before going to university. Thus, when a student is in grade 12 in Ontario, for instance, the student in Quebec is in his first year of college. Newfoundland and Labrador did not introduce grade 12 until 1983. In Denmark, the 12th grade is the third G, which is the final year of secondary school. 3. G is equivalent to third grade of secondary school or gymnasium. This is not compulsory, as education is only compulsory through ninth grade. Students are often 18 to 19 or older when they finish secondary school. The age of graduation is caused by the fact that Danish children first start school at 6. The reason that many students will be at the age of 20 when they graduate is because some people choose to have 1 year gap between the ninth grade and gymnasium's first G, where students typically go to special art or sport-oriented boarding schools or become exchange students all over the world. This is optional though. You can go directly to the first year of secondary school after ninth grade. The 12th grad.